Main character energy. What does main character energy mean to me? Main character energy to me is recognition that life is, it's a story that I'm directing with my thoughts, my intentions, my desires, my preferences. It's a recognition that it's always been that way, even though maybe I couldn't see it for decades and decades. It's a recognition that it's always been that way, that I've been choosing, and life has been responding to my internal state, repetitive thoughts, heartfelt desires, dreams, curiosities, fascinations, fantasies. In terms of living a fantasy, you can see my hair is a red mohawk, and that's something that I fantasized about for decades. And it's something that's true in my heart. It's just something that I always wanted to experience. I had a lot of fears, a lot of stories that told me that I couldn't or I shouldn't. At the root of those fears was the concern that I would lose love, that I'd be judged. And still, it was something that I dreamed about. Oh, I would love to have a red punk mohawk. Until one day I just realized it was just totally the voice of fear that was stopping me. And I decided not to let the voice of fear stop me anymore. And that is main character energy. Trying to get it around the glare. This mug found me probably a little over a month ago. Wasn't looking for it. I do my very best to live my life in a very present state, seeing what's around me, noticing synchronicities. I see a lot of synchronicities all the time. Affirmations from my soul or my higher self, whatever way you want to say that. Recognizing that my soul or my higher self is always sending me confirmations of things that I already feel to be true for me within. Things that just feel like I deeply know on a soul level. I get confirmations of those in my external life experience, when I'm out and about, when I'm on a walk, anywhere really. Because I've found that the external world is a mirror. It mirrors back things that I, again, know to be true in my internal state. It actually mirrors back my internal state, all aspects of my internal state, so that I can see myself more clearly, so I can know myself more deeply. So I'm thankful for the mirror that reality is, my everyday life experience. I'm thankful for the mirror because, again, it shows me all different aspects. It shows me aspects of my shadow self, places of the self that I am still rejecting on some level or dismissing or saying isn't good enough. And helping me see those areas clearly so that if I consciously want to bring a love to those areas, I can, because the external mirror has showed me the aspects of the shadow self that I still have applied judgment to, hold judgment against. I didn't come into this world with those judgments. I learned those judgments as I grew up, as I went through culturing, as I went through society, different aspects of society. I learned to take on judgments and hold them against myself so they're not mine. I didn't come in with them. And the more clearly I can see them, then I have the conscious choice to put them down, let them go. Because again, these judgmental, these harsh perspectives were given to me. They were offered to me from the outside of me at one point during my life journey, and I took them on. I made them personal. I took those judgments and I started to hold them against myself I clench my fist around those judgments, and I can let go too. I don't have to keep holding on to the judgments. And that's why I'm thankful that the external mirror that reality is, that my personal reality is showing me the aspects where I still hold on to judgments really tightly, so that if I want to, I can let them go. I keep doing that, and that's an aspect of main character energy. Is recognizing what feels good to me and what does not. The perspectives that feel good to me and those that do not. So I can shed the perspectives that no longer feel good to me. Anything that feels harsh, anything that feels like pressure, anything that feels detrimental to my well-being, my personal state of well-being. And main character energy is also about being true to myself in each and every moment, because I realize that life is a series of now moments. It's always the now moment. The now moment continues to shift and change and evolve throughout the day, throughout what we refer to as a week or a month. It's all the now moment. Shifting, changing, evolving, different scenes playing out in a continuous now. And I get to decide if I'm going to be true to myself in the different iterations of the now moment. Questions that come my way, opportunities that come my way. I get to tune in and listen. Does that feel right for me? Does that feel aligned? Does it spark joy? These are the questions that help me. Does it genuinely feel good? Does it pull me in a way that feels good? And I listen to my internal compass and I feel, is it a yes or a no? It's the whole let your yays be yays and your nays be nays thing. And I'm not telling you what to do. I'm sharing what really works well for me. Because a huge aspect of main character energy is authenticity, is being authentic, because the authentic truth is always there within me. It always has a yes or a no, or maybe it's a I'm not sure yet, I need more time. So whatever that authentic answer is for me, it's my practice to listen to it. If it's a no, I do my very best to say no. That doesn't speak to me, it doesn't call to me. Hope you have a great time. I'm going to do something else, because for me it's a no. And if it's a yes, then I say yes. I do my very best to say yes and to mean it and to own it, to allow it. Going back to the red mohawk, I finally had the courage to say, yes, that excites me. It feels like me. I love it. I think it's cool. So I'm going to own it. I'm going to say yes, because it's me. It feels like me. So authenticity is main character energy, because it's recognizing that life is presenting me a whole lot of choices. What interests you? What speaks to you? What calls to you? What delights you? What feels good in your heart? That's the compass that I go by. And when I say you, I'm actually referring to me and my journey. Just want to make that clear that I do my best to share from my own experience what works for me, what's true for me, because I wouldn't want to imply what may work for someone else, because I don't know. I'm not you. I'm experiencing what it's like to be me. And so sometimes when I say you, I'm actually talking about me. Just wanted to make that clear. Getting back to what I was just saying. Life is continuously offering me questions. It's asking me, like, what do you prefer? What excites you? What would you like to experience? What would feel good in your heart to experience? What feels authentically you? What haven't you experienced that you still want to experience? What lights you up? What brings you joy? what feels like ease? These are the questions that I feel life is always presenting to me on an internal level. And I get to decide. I get to decide if I'm going to be true to me, if I'm going to listen, if I'm going to own what lights me up, if I'm going to own what feels like genuine, heartfelt joy. That's what main character, that's what main character energy is to me. At least some of the bigger aspects of it. And so I'm really thankful when I get the confirmations when I go to the store, confirmations like this one. That show me that I'm finally listening to myself, my true self, my authentic self. And it's not always easy, because it means I've had to shed a lot of the layers of self that used to pretend, that used to please, that would want to please, and reject my own self, my own true answer. When I would perform, to try and make others happy, and in the process lose myself. It's not always easy shedding those layers. It hasn't always been easy. It has been worth it. It's definitely been worth it. And so I continue. I continue to listen inward. I continue to let my yeses be yeses and my noes be noes. And if I quiver, if I stutter for a moment, I pause, I stop, I retreat if necessary, until I can own my true, authentic answer. And that's what helps me stay in main character energy. That's what works for me. Again, I want to make it clear I'm never suggesting, telling anyone else what they should do. I'm here to share me. I'm here to share what's worked for me. So that's a bit about my journey and what's worked for me. If something is resonant, if something is helpful, great. Your choices are always for you. Your choices are your own. I'm thankful that I have a journey that I can share, because, hey, maybe it'll help someone see something from a new perspective. Thanks for watching. Maybe I'll see you on the next video.